Hello everyone, welcome back in today's second lecture. So here today we are going to cover following topics. Number 1, urbanization in the southern Mesopotamia, temples and king, life in city, trading towns in the pastoral zone, cities in the Mesopotamian culture, and the legacy of the writing. Development of writing. Writing began when society need to keep records of transactions because in city life transactions occurred at different time and involved many people and variety of goods. All societies have certain language and every language conveys from some sounds or messages which is called as verbal message, and writing is also the part of verbal message, but when we say writing means it might have followed some script. So in the same way, Sumerian language, which was the first language discovered in that city, had one script. That script name is called as cuneiform. This cuneiform is derived from Latin word cunus, means wedges, and forma means shape, and total we can say as cuneiform with shapes. So these are the shapes which they draw in the same way which is drawn in the pattern of tablet. The first Mesopotamian tablet was written around 3200 BCE, and there were around 5000 symbols and signs, and these tablets are written in clay. It means tablets are made up of clay by a skilled person. That person is called as scribe, and that person had great skill. They need to learn around thousands symbols and signs for preparing the writing, and they used to handle this tablet very carefully. First they used to make it in a wet form, and then they dry and make the size of tablet in this way that they can hold it easily and stamp it easily on the place where they have to write the writings. So in this way they used to do the clay tablets and used to maintain the records. So what are the purpose of writing tablets in the Mesopotamia? Basically they used to maintain the records. Also sometime when king want to announce any law, they used to maintain with the help of this tablet. Let us see the uses of these writings. For keeping records, making dictionaries, giving legal validity to the land transfers, sometimes sending written messages far off the places, narrating the deeds of king, and announcing the change in the laws. Very few Mesopotamians could read and write. If a king could read, he made sure that this was recorded in one of his inscriptions. Writing was a skilled craft and intellectual achievement. Mesopotamian scribe had to learn hundreds of signs. The sound that cuneiform sign represented was not a single consonant or vowel, but it is a syllable. Urbanization of southern Mesopotamia, temples and kings. So here we can see there were three kinds of cities which developed in the Mesopotamia. Number 1, cities developed near temples. Example is Uruk. Some type of cities which were the trading center. Cities as trading centers. One of them was Ur. Some of the cities were called as imperial cities, and one of them was Mari. So these were the three kinds of cities developed in Mesopotamia. Now, role of temple. Actually, temples are the place of not only worship but also it was the center of trading and other activities. Mesopotamian people, they used to worship many gods, and if they worship God, they used to bring lot many things from their domestic products. For example, grains, milk, curd, and so on. So this was their belief that if they will serve their God, it will give them more prosperity. Now in the same way, temples are assumed for the other activities like spinning, weaving. The earliest known temple was a small shrine made of unbaked bricks. Temples were the residence of various gods. The moon, god of Ur, or Inanna, the goddess of love and war. Uruk, one of the earliest temple town. When any king used to win war, he used to assign his defeated group members as a guard or servant. Sometimes these guards and servants along with the local laborers used to construct the temple. These people were paid rations and hundreds of ration lists have been found which give against people's name the quantity of grains, cloth or oil allotted to them. It has been estimated that one of the temple took 1500 men working for 10 hours a day and took around 5 years to complete that temple. Excavation process in Mesopotamia tells that there were many sections of the society that used to hold wealth, means they were wealthier. How do we come to know about this? When this team went for the excavation, they got some graveyards, and in their graveyard they got that the burial part having some precious material like jewelry, sword and other things. So in this way we can say that some of the section in the Mesopotamia were little richer section. Now on the other hand, they used to believe and live in nuclear family system. It means a family consists of husband, wife and children. Also they used to follow marriage system, and in marriage custom they used to exchange the gifts from both parties. Now the houses, how their houses used to construct. They have little bit narrow zones in their street sides and very congested, bull carts and other transport unable to cross through those narrow areas or roads. Houses don't have any roof. Generally houses do not have any roof, and all air and wind used to come from the main window or doors. And one more superstitious belief toward the houses of the Mesopotamian construction was that if the door of main house, if the house door used to open towards the house of neighbors, then it brings the luck, good luck. So this was their superstitious belief. So in this way we have seen how the life of people were there in the city. As we have seen the earliest temple town city of Mesopotamia, that was Ur. Now the second town of Mesopotamia is the trading town which lies in the pastoral zone, that is Mari. It is highly productive zone, means agriculture used to be done very popularly and people used to do the job of farming and pastoralist. Herders need to exchange young animals, cheese, leather and meat in return for their grain, metal tools. Now, nomadic communities of the western desert used to come in such areas, and some of them used to come in the form of harvesters, hired soldiers or herders. Gradually they used to become powerful and started ruling on those areas. Some of them were Akkadians and Assyrians, and the king of Mari were very powerful and keen observer. Before entering into the area, he used to take a vigilant look upon the kingdom and used to note down the number and the frequency of the herders which are entering into the town. The goddess of Maria was Dagon, and this god was assumed as a god of steppes. So children, after learning the method of writing with the help of symbols and sound, gradually they started developing the script. So in this way, after getting the knowledge of writing, we can assume that Mesopotamia has gifted wonderful thing to the world. And that is why it is called as the legacy of writing. Legacy means gift. Because of writing we got lot many gifts, and these are in the form of For example, the concept, wonderful concept which we are learning in the mathematics, like taking out of square root, square, doing of multiplication and division, all these are gifted by Mesopotamia through their writing skill. Now children, question comes, why it is so that Mesopotamia has discovered multiplication, division and square root? This is because Mesopotamia was very good and rich in doing trading. So their traders and merchant people, they need to maintain their record properly. For that, they need to be little smarter in maintaining their calculations and records. So that's why we can say that they have good skill of maintaining calculations and records. Now next gift given by the writing of Mesopotamia was calendar. Present day calendar, in which we can see 12 months in a year, and in a month 30 days, and 30 days consist of your hours, and 24 hours in a day. All these concepts are being introduced by Mesopotamia through their intelligence. So overall we can say the learning of writing was the great legacy given by Mesopotamia. So this was the end of the chapter, dear children. Let's do a short chapter checkup. What were the 3 types of earliest cities emerged in the southern Mesopotamia? Mention the name of goddess of love and war. What new contributions were made by the Mesopotamian civilization to this world? Thank you for watching, and please do not forget to answer these questions in the comment section.